I hear that you sing.
I do sing.
You play musical instrument.
I play a bit of guitar and I play the keyboard as well.
What about the sape?
I have tried to play the sape a couple times, but I've never learned properly. I probably should.
I'd love to hear you sing with the sape one day.
Uncle Ed, where are we going today?
Today, folklore takes place in a mythical river, and I'm going to take you to an almost similar place.
Once upon a time, in a Kelabit longhouse in Sigau, Lawan, there lived two brothers called Tamanggang Karah and Ujau, Tamba, Sigau, Lawan. Karah was an excellent craftsman who carved beautiful sword handles from deer horn. He also made blowpipes out of tube wood used for hunting. He made sharp darts with the tips dipped in deadly poison. Ujau, the younger brother, was also a skilled carver and a musician. He made musical instruments like the sape, which is similar to the Western guitar. Every time he played the sape, the villagers would stop work and come over to listen to his music. They were good at multitasking, from farming, working in their father's fields, planting paddy, and hunting in the jungle. One morning, they sat in their father's cubicle in the longhouse. Ujau was finishing the design on his newly made sape. He started playing his music as he tuned the sape. He was pleased with the sound from his new instrument. He started to strum at the strings. The soft, soothing music flowed out the cubicle like a soft mist. Two beautiful young women, Sina Nalo and Dayang Pengeran, stopped pounding the rice in front of their father's cubicle. They were mesmerized by the music. They dropped their ironwood pestles and walked to Ujau's room where the two brothers were working. They followed the sound as if they were in a dream. The two young women walked into the room without even knocking on the door. Karah watched the two beautiful women enter the room. He was distracted from his work. Karah's eyes were on them, though his hands were still working on the sword handle. Sina and Dayang started to dance to the music. Ujau stopped playing and greeted the young ladies with a big smile. As soon as the music stopped, Sina and Dayang looked around in surprise. It was as if they just came out of a hypnosis. They put their hands on their faces and giggled shyly. Then they ran out of the room. Ujau laughed and went back to work happily. Karah looked down at the sword handle he was working on. He had carved the wrong parts. It was spoiled. Karah was very annoyed with himself for getting distracted. He started to scold his brother for his playful ways. Look at what happened. If you had not played your silly sape, those girls wouldn't have come here, and this mess-up wouldn't have happened. Brother, it is not their fault or mine. You were the one who kept carving without looking at the deer horn. You were too pleased to watch the beautiful ladies dance. Big brother Karah was more irritated with himself, but was too proud to admit it. Instead, he blamed his younger brother for causing the distraction. Don't tell me what I was doing and not doing. You are the one wasting time on music and making sapes all the time. Please, brother, don't blame me. You know I go hunting, fishing, and I work hard on the farm, just like everyone else. Oh, you are just a pretender. If you are so brave, I dare you to go to the mountain pass the Papakan River and kill the monster elephant. I will show you that I am not scared of the elephants, said Ujau as he stormed out of the cubicle. Make sure you bring back the tusks as proof that you are a great hunter, Karah called after him. None of the people from his longhouse had gone so far before. Everyone had heard about the great monster elephants of the Papakan River. Ujau walked for 7 days through dark, thick jungle until he reached the Papakan River. After the long journey, he finally found the longhouse at the banks of the Papakan River, but it was a very sad sight. The place was in ruins. Part of the longhouse was falling apart, with holes on the roof. There was no sign of a living person in the longhouse, except a few monitor lizards looking through rotting carcasses for food. Ujau walked through the village. He found a large horn lying on the ground on the far side. He wondered if he could make some music with the horn. Why do you blow that horn? It is the horn of death, asked the voice of a young woman. Ujau listened carefully. He knew that the voice was coming from the dilapidated longhouse. He climbed the steps and looked inside. There was no one in sight. He climbed into the broken-down attic. There he found a young woman hiding inside a large jar, looking at him with fearful eyes. Ujau found out that her name was Dayang Pengeran, the chief's daughter. My mother and father, brothers and sisters, everyone from the village is dead. She was the only living person in the village. The monster elephant killed all my people. Ujau replied, "Don't worry, I am here to slay the monster elephant. You don't have to go upriver. You have blown the horn of death. The monster elephant will be coming here soon." Dayang Pengeran jumped into the jar again. Something gigantic was moving through the undergrowth. He looked at the giant beast with shining tusks moving through the trees. He knew that he could never kill it in a fair fight. He had to come up with a plan to trick the monster elephant. Ujau jumped down to the ground and looked up at the elephant. "I am the human you can smell." The monster elephant charged at him, but Ujau slid under the ruined longhouse and hid among the heavy support poles. "Grandfather, don't be angry. There is no need to eat me. I can lead you to a group of my friends who are much fatter than me." He waggled his large head and flapped his ears. "All right, where are your fat friends?" "They are all downriver. I will take you there." Ujau gave the monster elephant a big smile. The monster elephant looked hard at Ujau's teeth. "Why are your teeth all black?" "Oh, black teeth is Kelabit fashion, and now a new fashion." "How do you make your teeth black?" asked the monster. "There is a special medicine for it, grandfather. Luckily, I have some with me. Would you like me to make your teeth fashionable?" The monster thought for a moment. "All right, my skinny friend. Blacken my teeth first, and then I shall eat your comrades afterwards." Ujau told the monster that he needed a lot of rattan to make his teeth black. The elephant went charging into the jungle. Later, the monster elephant returned with a large bundle of rattan creepers. "Now we need 4 thick, strong posts of wood. Grandfather, can you pull out those 4 trees over there and sharpen the ends with your teeth?" After the monster elephant had sharpened the tree trunks with his teeth, Ujau asked him to stick them firmly into the ground and stand between them. He then wound the rattan cables tightly around the posts, making it an enclosure. Ujau climbed up onto the enclosure and asked the monster to open his mouth. He then drove his poisoned darts into the gums. The monster roared in pain. Ujau quickly took his sword and cut out the head and hung it on a tree. The triumphant hunter ran back to the longhouse, singing a victory song. But the girl answered, "One monster is dead. His mate will come looking for him soon. She crept back into her jar where she was hiding. The old longhouse shook as the sound of heavy footsteps moved closer and closer. Ujau knew that the girl was not lying. The second monster elephant was as big as the first. He watched the monster's bloodshot eyes look around. Ujau suddenly called out to the monster, "If you are looking for your mate, he is near the riverbank, eating a few humans." The female monster looked at him. "Take me to him." Ujau led the way towards the riverbank. He walked carefully, keeping among the trees. "Be careful, Granny. I know you are half blind, you poor old elephant." The monster elephant did not like to be called blind. She charged at Ujau like a huge boulder moving through the trees. Ujau ran straight into the bamboo grove. Ujau hid himself in the bamboo shrub. The monster elephant crashed into the bamboo grove. The bamboo spears pierced her thick hide. The bamboo canes pressed themselves together to squeeze the breath out of her ugly body. Soon she collapsed and lay dead. Ujau was relieved. Ujau rushed back to the ruined longhouse to tell Dayang Pengeran about his victory. Dayang Pengeran surprised him by not coming out of the jar. "The monster elephants have a baby. I have seen him roam the jungle with his parents. He will soon grow big and avenge his parents." Ujau took a deep breath. "I managed to slay 2 monster elephants. Killing another young monster does not bring fear to my mind." Ujau followed the tracks made by the dead elephant along the bank of the river until he reached a large cave near the waterfall. He looked around the cave. There were many large bones scattered all over the cave. There was a rock shelf with 6 glass bottles full of liquid. Ujau was very curious about the liquid. Ujau moved slowly into the darker part of the cave. In the dim light, he saw the baby monster asleep. Ujau hid behind the rock and changed his voice to sound like the mother elephant and called out, "Baby elephant, baby elephant, where are my bottles?" The baby monster woke up slowly. They are on the rock shelves where you left them, Mother. The sun has been hot on my head and has made me forgetful. What is in the bottles, my baby? The bottles are filled with the magic medicine to bring back the dead to life. Mother, how can you forget something so important? Without wasting time, Ujau took out his blowpipe and shot the baby monster elephant. Soon, it lay dead inside the cave. Ujau then splashed the magic water on the human bones he saw inside the cave. Suddenly, the bones started to move and formed their own skeletons. The skeletons stood up, and soon they transformed into humans. It was the full population of the Papakan River longhouse. They all returned to the longhouse, where Dayang was waiting for them. They worked hard to clean and repair the longhouse. They didn't have to worry about monster elephants anymore. In the meantime, in Sigau, Lawan, everyone thought that Ujau was dead. He had been gone for so long. Tamanggang Karah was very sad. During the morning festival, he offered rewards to all the brave men of the longhouse. The men stepped forward one by one, stating their name when the gong was sounded. When the gong was sounded the 7th time, a young traveler stepped forward. My name is Ujau, Tamba, Sigau, Lawan. I have slain the 3 monster elephants of the Papakan River. I bring the tusks as proof and a gift to you. His elder brother was overjoyed to find him safe.
Laura, what do you think of today's folktale?
I thought it was interesting. In the story, the elephants were the enemies, but in reality, it's probably the other way around.
Yes, animals play a very important role in the rainforest for the benefit of mankind. So it is in our interest to keep the animal intact for us to live in harmony with nature, with the animal of the rainforest.
Those are wise words, Uncle.
Right, shall we? Right.